Alright, time for another video. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've been doing these, and they're a little, there's no real schedule to them. But I just try to film these whenever I get the chance. It's nice and quiet. But so this is a model that I just finished. I'm calling it the Prowler. This is definitely a lot more Mad Max inspired. Tried to make it really mean looking, aggressive. And I got these wheels from Crash and Cinder, and they fit in there real nice and really did the trick. Yeah, I went again for another, made it look like the body was painted silver, or maybe the paint was all ground off of it. And it's simple armor. Tried to give it a little bit more character with like different shapes. And not just a plain like straight across look. Got the exhaust coming up out of the side with little mufflers there to try to give it a bit more stealth, but probably wouldn't work all that good. A little 55-gallon drum in the back. I got those from someone online. That was a real sweet deal that I did. And got the roof hatch. Actually made that so it still slides open and closed. Tried to give it the look like it's actually wearing the paint off in some spots as it slides open and closed each time. Just a simple 50 cal that's, probably under scale because it's 135 and the car is 125 or 24. Got a supercharged 427 from a Corvette kit. And in case you can't tell, this was I think a 69 GTO Judge. I really like trying to make these models difficult to tell what they used to be. It'd be too obvious if it was still orange and had its spoiler and all that. Cut out the front, tried to give it an angry look, kind of like the Charger from Wheels of Terror, that old horror movie. And tried to give it a nice big set of teeth on the front. So when you rear end someone, the car doesn't go up over your hood. And got some little teeth on the bottom so you don't have to worry about sliding up and over him. Same thing in the back. You don't want some car driving over you, but you don't want them driving under you either. So I try to give it more realistic reasons for actually doing some things. Just imagine if you plowed into someone, you'd might go up and over them, or they could end up going up and over you. So it kind of made this car look more like the other ones. Like these are all part of a one big group or a colony. I don't know if I ever showed this car yet. It's an old 69 Nova with a gnarly looking set of teeth. I'm trying to hold the car and the camera and hopefully it looks alright. This is the first time I did the silver paint. So that one came out a little bit sloppier, but still looks pretty good. Got the little wooden barrels in the back. Painted them silver. They look pretty much like kegs, I think. Little spikes all around it. Oh yeah, a little box in the back. That's so it could like drop little balls made from bent nails that are welded together, little spikes to blow out tires. They'd be controlled with like a little lever inside. Yeah, but the main video was supposed to be around this thing right here. There was one thing I noticed. I didn't even really pay attention until I was really getting into it, but the way I got these spikes spread out, I made sure that the front nose, you could still see it, and then you could still see each headlight. Like the spikes are spaced just perfectly, not to cover up anything, but to frame it out rather well, I think. I really went for a much more uniform look, Made them they all disappear when you turn it on its side like that. Same thing with the ones on the back. You know, every now and then you got crazy wild spikes all over the car. It doesn't really look like there was any rhyme or reason for it. And then other times it's nice to do something a lot more thought out, solid looking, more rugged, durable. And I didn't really rust this one too badly, just a little bit. Yeah, I made it 4-wheel drive, made a little transfer box from scratch, front differential. Yeah, I think these wheels were from like a Hot Wheels monster truck or something. I'm gonna have to look into those because I can't get over how well those came out. At first I was like, there's no way, since they're, you know, the rims are way too small. I wasn't digging them all that much, but yeah, it proved me wrong. And another thing, I recently did 3 trucks. This was that AMT kit with the Ford Firestone truck. Don't remember I think it's a 78, I think. Just tried to make it look like a crane that was, you know, more like a work vehicle, you know. In the apocalypse, they don't all have to be crazy war rigs. Tried to make this one look really heavily used. The whole back is just scratch. Simple A-frame. You know, to hoist something up there and just slide it on. Went for a lot of holes and dents, scrapes. I'm gonna try to make it look like where the load had swung into it and where it was all banged up. And the one mud flap on this side. Random little holes. Yeah, little hatch. Don't even know why I put that there. When you have so much open, you know, the open windows, windshield, completely exposed back. Maybe I'd do something with that later. A little radiator, or extra large radiator, too big to fit in there, so thought that was a neat look. The underside rusted that pretty good. Yeah, this was actually so this one's still 4-wheel drive. And then I had the Datsun, the newer Datsun Revell kit. This one actually went together super quick, like maybe a day, I think. I was already painting it and putting it together. And the chassis was a little twisted, but you know, after I straightened that up, it really went together real nice. It's got these nice little tabs where it kind of snaps in on the front and the back, so it locates the frame and the chassis under the body real nice. There's no real guessing or anything. You know, maybe I'll make this one more post-apocalyptic. Just started off doing it a dirty, rusty kind of truck. And this is the other truck that I just finished. This was that tow truck Revell recently came out with. But I always wanted one of these big utility trucks with the dualies. Yeah, so that's why I chose this one over the snowplow, which was a 4-wheel drive truck. Made a little crane. You know, simple armor, but I wanted it to look really solid. Because, you know, the guy with all the tools is probably not driving around in a jalopy. Made the welder from scratch. The whole back is all just plastic styrene. Taillights are just round pipes that I shaved off. The compressor was actually from a little parts pack of like garage accessories, along with the blowtorches, and water jugs came from something else. All kinds of random junk in there. Tools, equipment. I think that welder was actually a hood scoop that I just added some extra stuff on around and made the little cables coming out for the welding gun and the cord that comes out with the clamp that you ground out what you're welding on. Yeah, the bumper's all scratch built, box styrene. Yeah, I didn't really rust the bed because I wanted it to look more like it was made out of aluminum. A little bit of extra cable on the front. Yeah, the engine on this one wasn't all that well detailed. It's just a flat plastic piece with just a little bit of detail. But, you know, they don't all have to be super crazy and intense, because the, you know, the, like, shock value is pretty much the whole thing. Yeah, and this was a simple little setup that I recently made, like a interstate that's all, was all jammed up. Made it look like there was maybe a car fire there, maybe some rear-ended cars. Most of them are picked clean of all their usable parts. Yeah, and this thing was, I don't know if I showed this thing completed yet. Yeah, just covered in tons of dust, because this is actually all just powdered concrete that I've been meaning to actually pour and use. Yeah, but that's it all done. I know I did a video on this already. I think the lighting here is a lot better, so you can see a lot of the detail better. Yeah, I think that'll just about do it for this one. Wanted to make this one a little quicker, not too long. But yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments. And maybe there's anything you saw in this video that you'd like to see, anything else. You know, I mean, I got all these models that I did in the past. And then this is where I usually keep the wrecks. Pretty much they're all over there now. Then I got other models that, you know, they don't have to be all post-apocalyptic. A lot of these are older stuff. There's another Datsun that I did. You can see the other one had the lettering too, but I shaved those off. Made it look more like an Australian Ute. This one was originally molded in pink and was like a 90s lowrider looking thing. Yeah, but alright, I think that'll do it for this week. Well, have a good day, and yeah, let me know what you think. See you around.